Hey everyone, welcome to Reverse Homesteading. It's a lovely day. It's going to be only 28. 28 is not so bad. I actually grew up without air conditioning in Australia, so we had 40 something days, no problem, no aircon. It was a little hot, but people can survive that sort of thing if they're used to it, I guess. So be careful in the heat and look after your plants. Today I'm going to take my nets off, or half off, so that they can get a bit of breathing space. There are things like my squash plants. Oh my goodness, anything in the squash plant family, or the succubit, I think it's succubit family, so pumpkins, cucumbers. Over here it's absolutely gone crazy. My honeydew melon and these ones here, my goodness, I gotta get that arch up. I can't find the screws to it, which is really weird because I've had it out for a little while, and yeah, I can't find the screws to go with the set, so I'll have to put my archway up and get it scrambling over there. That's going to be amazing. But they're just growing so much. They like the honeydew anyway, like a humid environment, like watermelons. Not so much for the pumpkins. They don't like a lot of wetness on their leaves or humidity in the air, but they do love the heat, so they are growing well, which is great because I planted a little late, had some trouble getting the seeds up. But let's get these nets off. Going to have to harvest some cabbages today. This one fell over, my four-headed cabbage. That's the one that's giving us some seeds, so I'll have to reevaluate there. But there are a couple of cabbages on there that I have to get off and make sure the bed stays healthy. This one will keep its net on because it's kept on for cabbage butterfly, so I don't really want to mess that system up. So we'll keep our net on this one. Picked a spring onion recently, green onions, shallot. And I'm just going to replant the root again. I usually don't pick the whole root, I usually take it out just by cutting the top off. But this time around, it actually fell over in some very windy weather we had a couple of weeks ago when we had the last heat wave. So I'll just replant that there, give it a bit of a water. I have my new watering wand. It is very different to watering with a hose. I used to work in a plant nursery for about 6 years, and yeah, that's obviously what they have there. You can reach the middle of the bed, it's fantastic. I actually got it at Sage Horticultural. That's not an ad, I don't get any kickbacks from anyone, but they do have them there at a good price. It's a bit more expensive than your average hose fitting, but not a lot, probably only about $10 more than I bought my last one for. So there you go, that's where to get one of those if you want one. As always, keep your hose end or your hose nozzle, trigger, whatever you're using, keep it off the soil. So keeping it away from the soil, you'll be far less likely to spread fungal diseases, anything in the soil that shouldn't be there. As you can see, I've still got little borage buddies coming up everywhere. This is right next to my tomato, black creme. So this will be my lot for quite a while, but I would just really love having the borage in the garden. And there's more coming up that I'm letting grow over in that corner for the bees. And because the nets won't be on all the time, they'll only be on for extremely hot days, the bees will be able to visit most of the time. For those of you that have been following along, you would notice how much, this is crazy, how much my honeydew melon has grown. It was from seeds in a melon just in the supermarket, which is something I do, so it will be a hybrid of some kind, I would say. Ooh, a ladybug. That's the first one I've seen here. I hope it's a real one, not a fake one. How many spots have you got? Ooh, hard to see. Gone over to the raspberry. What are you doing? Are you being a good bug? Can't see it. Ooh, there's something. Oh, just a little beetle. Maybe it's a baby. Looks like a baby. It's exciting. I'd love to have ladybugs breeding here if they're the right kind. And this one, my goodness, this one. There are 2 plants here. Actually 3. There's one there, and there was a small one which I was going to transplant when it got a few leaves. And then I went away for the weekend and other things happened, and then it was too hot to transplant it. Now I can't even find it. Yeah, it's this one here. Goodness. Yeah, it's just here. So this stem here, that's the small one that I didn't transplant in time. So I'm not sure, maybe I'll just leave it there and just send it in another direction around the bed instead of over the arch when I put the arch out. And of course my sweet potato are doing really well. Interesting how the leaves are very different. That's the all purple one. This one is the kumara, or the orange one that's all the way through orange, and this one that's, I believe that's the one that's white on the outside and it's purple on the inside when you cook it. And this one is white inside and outside. Corn is getting quite big, which is nice, and the black cream tomatoes, as basic as their trellising is, they're a bush tomato, so it's not too bad. I have to take some lower leaves off again. See, a lot of them are pointing downward and they could get fungus and that sort of thing, but they seem to be alright so far. The corn, hopefully we'll get us corn before we get to the frost. Our new dwarf red Dakar banana is doing really well. This fringe of drying out happened on a 36-degree day when I didn't cover my plants, so it's enjoying the net. It is looking pretty healthy, even though it's a bit floppy. It's warm weather, it's always floppy, even if you water it a lot. But everything else seems to be fine, except for my poor little blueberry. This is my blue rose blueberry. It gave us the most blueberries of the year. It'll be fine. I think it's just the edges that are burnt, and same thing. It was the 36-degree day after the 42-degree day, I think. They're a few days apart, and just a double whammy for it. So it's covered the first time, not covered for the 36-degree day. So hopefully it'll come back, and I'm not sure how many new leaves it will grow this time of year. It does have little buds, but I'm not expecting a whole lot of new growth out of this one because it's one that is deciduous in winter. Not all blueberries are, but this one is. This black currant lost a few leaves last time we got some really hot weather and it wasn't covered properly. But this is the only burnt one. So, oh no, that's not true. But yeah, that was the 36-degree day. I didn't take these leaves off after that. You can see the branches look a little spindly because they're already getting new leaves from the 42-degree day that we had. And it was covered with a material or fabric cover, just a makeshift one. And it flipped up in the wind. It was quite windy that day. We didn't get a lot of wind with the most recent heat wave temperatures of 44 yesterday. But it's coming along, it's getting new leaves. So that will also overwinter in a dormant stage, as will the other one. This one gets a lot of shade, although I have netted it this time around. Mango is very happy with its new lot of leaves. Beautiful little purple leaves, quite delicate, so I'm glad to have the nets on. And it's going to come up with the next round of leaves, I believe. I was just looking at it before. So it's got the central bit that's looking a bit peaky like a frangipani does. Hard to focus, but I think we'll get a new round of leaves there. So it really is starting to grow on since I transplanted it there out of a pot. So I'm happy about that. I'm hoping that this sheltered area will be better for frost, especially now we have nets. I can use them for frost as well. I did share the details of where I got the stakes and the nets Sadly, it was a bit late for one of the lovely people in the comments, but hopefully your tomatoes have come through okay with the really hot day yesterday. These have only been covered with the net, actually, only since Friday, and when I had the fabric on the first really hot day over 40, this one wasn't covered. It was scrambling on the ground, and it may have lost a couple of leaves. I don't think I even took them off. It's probably those ones, or maybe that was a 36-degree day. But hopefully your tomatoes are a little bit protected and you got away with it this time, and you can get nets on next time if that's what you're going to do. Taking the nets off when it's not too hot, make sure that the plants don't get used to being netted all the time if that's not what I'm going to do, which it isn't, as I said. So as I've said in another video, make sure they don't get too suki lala and get a bit soft and need a net to survive. Thankfully, we don't have too many mildew issues here with the squash or pumpkin or the cucumber, so I'm pretty happy about that. I was wondering if that could be a problem under the nets. Humid conditions are something that the honeydew melon likes over in the other area, but these ones I was a bit concerned about, the zucchini and the pumpkin. But we are getting some new little fruit, our first fruit, which is very late because I had a lot of seeds that failed because it was too cold and this and that. So you can see underneath a female flower here, we've got some fruit. And this will be a male flower here. I'm too late in the morning to pollinate that with the female one. Even when there's a little bit of fruit on the bottom, you could be tricked into thinking it's going to give you a zucchini, but be careful. You may still need to pollinate them if there aren't many bees around, or if you've had something netted and the ants haven't got to it. There are a lot of ants on these, so I'm hoping the ants are doing the pollinating for us here if I've missed them. There also is another zucchini over here, it's a bit bigger. So I'm very happy to get zucchini this year, even though I planted them late, because I do try to keep things low on the budget, so that's why I plant a lot of things from seed, and I also like the challenge. So it's nice when you can plant things late and they still work. I have noticed a lot more bird life around my garden recently, and I think that's because of the insects that the plants bring. Even the second day after the net at the back along the fence went up, there were praying mantis under it, so happy to host those little guys. They're really good at controlling pests that you don't want in your garden. So I'm going to retreat inside. I have a couple of people to visit today, so I will get onto that. And I am still sorting out my seeds. I'll show you what I'm doing with that in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having fun in your garden. I'll see you next time.